good, everybody? MidMorningSol back at it again. And this video for Piofiore Faded Memories playthrough. Y'all, I have a hunch. I have a hunch. And we are going to act on that hunch right now. Because I want my good and best ending, damn it. So, y'all, I think last video, Alternative Choices 3, I had a feeling that, you know, I wasn't going to get the best ending because I did it out of order. I didn't select the right order. So, y'all, we are going to hit up Gilbert's Chapter 3 again. We're going to go high, because we stay high. And follow my logic here. I just realized the TV was loud from when I was watching Twitch. My bad, y'all. So, y'all, like I said before, if the music was blaring loud, this is the playthrough. This is the video in which I am acting on my hunch now. I know the order in which we must go, or at least I hope so. I don't know if I could fuck this up any worse than how I have like in previous attempts, but now I know like this game has dropped some quote-unquote subtle cues as to how I'm supposed to proceed. So let's get to it, shall we? I will see you for the first choice. Alright, y'all, so here we go. We have to go to the Falzones first. You have to pick choice 2 because Gil actually acknowledges the second choice. If you pick the first choice, I have no regrets. Gil's just like, he moves on. He like goes past that little praise he gives you. So, okay. I think you have to go with Gil, you're so kind, because if you pick the first choice, you're talking to Orlock, which I have no problem. Me, MidMorningSol, I have no problem with, but for the sake of this route, you want to talk to Gil more. I'm just gonna pick this one because he's like, you could trust me more, you know? You could depend on me, versus this one where he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I should have been there. He apologizes so goddamn much, it's annoying. So, we'll go with, I couldn't ask him to go away. Alright, so we're gonna go, it's my first time seeing them, because I think he thinks it's a little sus on the second choice. I don't know, but he's blushing in the first choice, so when your man blushes, you know you picked a good choice. Alright, so the second choice, y'all, we have to go to the Lao Shu, because they did get the information that we needed to help kind of kick things off. So, we'll go with I'm concerned for the Lao Shu. I wanted to say hi to Sister Sophia. We'll take a bite. We'll indulge with Gil. Alright, we're going to go with the I don't mind. We're gonna go with then God won't mind. Going to ask how I am with Gil, and then we are going to go to Creta, because from last video we got a heads up from Roberto and Marco. Well, no, Marco said, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything, but Roberto did kind of clue us in as to how this counterfeiter is working. So Alright, so we're actually going to be proactive and take the child ourselves. It's alright. We'll take her back. As Marco looked at Sarah, she swiftly hid me. I'm so sorry, y'all. As Marco looked at Sarah, she swiftly hid behind me. Aww, he's not that scary, but a child don't know any better.
すっかり好かれたな。教会でチビたちの相手をしてるからか。子供の心を開かせるのはお手のもんだな。
Yes, I suppose so.
確かに。俺の出る幕じゃねえな。
Marco scratched his head and gave a wry smile. Is this repeating? Nope.
もし警察署の方にこの子の親が来てたら、サラは無事だって伝えてくれ。今からこの子の家を探しながら海沿いを歩いてみる。近くまで行けばばったり親に出くわすかもしれねえしな。
Okay, this repeats. We'll go with the hard worker choice. This gotta be it. This gotta be it, y'all. Holy shit on a shingle. Oh! Ah! Wait, he got medicine? What the fuck? Oh, I mean new dialogue, who did? But, oh, he got medicine. Huh. Okay, we're on the right track. There was no medicine in the bad ending, I think. It went down just a little. I'm so glad Luca came today. The doctor said that if he was any later, he may have not made it.
Luca ならきっと大丈夫だ。元気になったらうまいもんをたらふく食わせてやろう。
Oh, I'm so happy. Yes.
もうすぐ会合の時間だ。どうする？今夜はルカについてるか？
This repeats.
カジノは通貨同盟の関係者を招待して露骨な接待ギャンブルを受けさせた。
Okay, so I don't know if they done pieced it all together yet, or because every time we did a right selection in the right time, the meeting would be updated with, you know, more dialogue. So
接待を受けてたやつは偽札の存在も普通に知ってたみたいだったな。
Oh yeah, sus on the casino and the directore. Right. I remember he jokingly asked for lira instead of dollars.
だったらカジノの人間はディレットーレを含めて全員敵か。
末端がどこまで知っててイカ様に加担してたのかはわからねえが、中枢は間違いなく敵だな。
Right.
それと通貨同盟が関係してるんならイタリア王国やその他諸外国の政府の人間が裏にいるかもしれねえ。そっちの方が問題だ。
Oh shit now. I didn't mean to talk over you, Gilbert Sudar. What you smiling at? What? You must be not bored or some shit. Something seemed to make sense to Yang. His eyes narrowed and he puffed out some smoke. Is this repeating? Nope.
安定した通貨の一つであるドルの偽札が出回れば、当然ドルの信用は下落する。そうなれば相対的にヨーロッパ各国の通貨の価値が上がることになるわけだ。
Our country would benefit from the counterfeits circulating. My brows furrowed with mixed feelings, and Dante spoke.
それも筋の通った推論だが、どうやら現実は多少異なる絵を描いているらしい。
どういう意味だ、ダンテ？
通貨同盟という存在について改めて調べた。だが出てくる情報は変わらなかった。通貨同盟は先の対戦以降機能していない。
Okay.
解散こそしていないけど中身は空っぽだよ。実体なんて何もない。
Then, is someone quietly moving the currency union?
おそらく俺たちの敵は国そのものじゃない。確かに各国の政府高官が関与している可能性はまだ否定できないが、
それ以上でもそれ以下でもないか。
Dante nodded and looked at Gil.
先ほどお前は自分が狙われた理由を組織の取引先には多くドルを使用するからだと言ったが、そもそも俺はビスコンティの取引相手や内容が漏れていること自体に違和感がある。
Huh? The point he questioned was something I hadn't thought of at all.
相手がアメリカ系だろうとリラやポンドでの取引もあるだろう。一概には判断できない。ファルツォーネのカポである俺にだってビスコンティの取引相手のリストや内容を把握することはできない。だが犯人は何かしらの確証を得た上で動いているんじゃないか。ビスコンティはドルで取引していると。
となれば話は簡単だ。ビスコンティの中枢に情報を流しているやつが。
Wait a minute. That could be a probability, but also because we know the casino's foul and Gilbert does some of his business there, it could mean that okay, you have a leaker in amongst your men, or someone in the casino is leaking your shit as well.
それはない。
That's impossible. What do you mean that's impossible? Nothing's impossible. Yang seemed to be enjoying this, but Gil cut him off without hesitation.
だろうな。
Yang shrugged his shoulders and affirmed. Gil blinked in confusion.
ずいぶんあっさりしてるな。
話は最後まで聞け。別にお前の身内を疑っているわけではない。仮にビスコンティの人間が上を狙ってレッドフォードを潰そうと画策したとして、こんな手段を選べばレッドフォードどころかビスコンティ自体に類が及ぶ。それでは意味がない。
But this is the dumb part. Why doesn't Gil have like a chain of command? Should something happen to him that would put somebody else in at the head and just resume as normal? Like, does the Visconti not think that far ahead? That's true. I mean, both the Falzone, I'm still going off a tangent here. Both the Falzone and the Lao Shu have a second in command. I understand why the Visconti don't. That's fucking dumb.
この町には組織の取引事情を俺たちと同等かそれ以上に把握できる人間がいたはずだ。
And the only reason I bring up the casino, I think Gil alludes to it this route, but he also does it in other routes. Like he was about to kill Orlok because his deal in the casino went south because of the Falzone shooting at them, Orlok and Lily, while they was running from some shit. So it's gotta be the casino. All fingers point to the casino. Hearing that, Gil's eyes grew wide. You mean
Direttore.
Oh.
あの部屋を使う人間をディレットーレは必ず 自ら部屋まで案内する。
前オルロックが会合に乱入した晩も彼はすぐに顔を見せたよね。
Does that mean the direttore is always near the room during meetings?
内容を聞いてた可能性さえある。
Ew, nosy bastard.
僕たちブルローネマフィアはあの場所に長年の信頼がある。だからいちいち詳しく部屋を改めはしない。あのカジノに支配人として派遣されるのはその暗黙の了解を把握している人物だ。だけどもし彼が何らかの目的を持って僕たちを探るためにディレットーレという立場についたんだとしたら。
Dante spoke with an expression more severe than usual.
指示を出しているのが政府の高官だとしても、ブルローネにも必ず指揮官がいるはずだ。
A commander in Berlone. So who would that be?
同感だ。この町で偽札を吸っているのならな。
Then, are you saying the commander is the direttore?
決めつけるには少々だが、改めて考えてみれば適切な役割分担ではある。カジノであれば偽札をばらまくのはたやすい。換金の際に混ぜてしまえばいいのだから。
Yes, yeah, it's really simple to do that. Silence fell over the church. Everyone seemed to be convinced of the answer in their minds. Eventually, Orlok looked around and spoke up.
じゃあ、これからどうする？何か仕掛けるなら、俺も協力する。
Oh, baby, just don't die. Don't die. Mama Mid-Morning would have her heart break if she saw you dying yet again.
ああ、それについては俺に考えがある。
Gil had the mischievous smile of a trickster. Yes, you do. Alright, so we're gonna say you knew all this time? Oh. Okay, I'm feeling good. My cheeks are stinging from smiling, y'all. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. Yes. After submitting the documents to the court, I stopped outside a bar in front of the police station. Nicola noticed me, downing the rest of his espresso at once before coming outside. Who's this?
時間通りだね。
そちらこそ。
Oh, alright. You got the two second in commands talking to each other? Gilbert's trial was tomorrow. Nicola and I arranged to meet here in order to share the situation with the Falzone. We walked together down the street.
じゃあ前置きなしで本題に入ろうか。お互い暇でもないわけだし。
願ってもない話だ。
僕たちは傍聴には行かないからね。裁判については君たちに全部任せるよ。
当然だ。私も無駄な騒ぎは起こしたくない。君たちが現れるか、相手は警戒するだろう。書類の写しだ。渡すことはできないが、目を通してくれて構わない。
へえ、よくこんなに揃えたね。裁判の方は問題なさそうだ。僕もダンテにいい報告ができる。君のことは敵に回したくないな。
ニコラがビスコンティの人間なら、私の気苦労も少しは減っただろうがな。
Oh, Oliver, darling, in another route, another time. Probably, what, 3 out of 4 routes? Yeah. But would your job be that much easier? Whenever the Falzone contacted the Visconti, Nicola usually acted as the intermediary, Being the liaison between other families was a very important and delicate role. Normally it was forbidden for any members of the opposing families to meet one-on-one. But they had a tacit understanding that went unspoken for it to be allowed under certain circumstances.
幸運を祈るよ、ボナノってオリバー。
Alright.
アンケアテ。
Alright. Nicola handed back the folder to me. Our parting was very simple, as always. Especially because I was not a woman. But you're a very beautiful man, Oliver. I watched him walking toward Fauci, and I turned around to return to Creta. Oh, it's still him. I walked quickly through the empty streets.
今夜の仕事はこれで全て終わりか。資料の最終チェックをする時間が取れそうで助かった。
Okay.
オリバー・ハースだな。
Black suit. Who the fuck? I turned around and saw a man standing in the shadows dressed in black. I felt an alarm ring inside my head. Uh-oh. I took off running with all my might. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, if you ain't gotta find out who the fuck that is, just run. Oh my god! I heard gunshots fire behind me. Luckily, none had hit me yet. Don't say yet, please. I just needed to reach a bright street. Oh shit. I heard footsteps running after me. Damn it, Oliver, you shouldn't be stoved up, not working out, says the fat ass. Scheisse. German derogatory slang. I wonder what the fuck that means. Now, I got my phone here, so I'm gonna look that up really quick. Okay, so Scheisse means shit, basically, in German. But if I'm not there at the trial tomorrow, Gilbert's chances of losing is higher. Get home safe, Oliver. Come on, boy. Come on, bring it home, Oliver. Oh, shit. But before I could get to the major street... Oh, God. The man finally caught up and yanked my collar from behind. No! Damn it, there's... Well, I guess there was more than one. He seemed to want to pin me down, so I punched and kicked and yelled loudly. Please, somebody go! Caso means shit, I think. Or fuck. I don't know. One of them two. No! He gave a relentless blow and I felt myself lose my breath. Oh no, god damn it. I crumbled to the floor and the men descended upon me without mercy. Just then, I couldn't hear, but I think, was that Marco? Yay! The police! I don't know if somebody called them or if they were just there. The men clicked their tongues, annoyed, and swiftly ran off into the night. Okay, yeah, that was Marco. Yeah, come on, man, put that justice to use and cap them men in black. Oh, Marco.
助かった、マルコ。
Being a lawyer, I often visit the police station. I kind of read that wrong, but I'll read it again. Being a lawyer, I often visited the police station. Luckily for me, Marco appeared. He was a detective I was familiar with.
ひどい怪我だな。って撃たれてるじゃねえかこれ。
Oh no.
そうなのか。走るのに夢中だったからな。
Shit, man. Y'all ain't finna. Y'all will not kill my boy Oliver. What is wrong with y'all?
おいおい、血が出てるぞ。すぐ病院に。いや、痛みはあるが、手も足も動く。
I'd rather him go to the hospital. I don't want him bleeding out.
今はまず屋敷に戻らねば。
But then again, no. I see what Oliver's saying. I see why, because the men in black might have noticed that, oh yeah, we shot him. He might be at the hospital. We can clap him there. But no. Go back to the manor. See if you can call a doctor to you. It was then I thought of one possibility. I didn't know what the men who attacked me were after, but if it had something to do with the trial, I showed the documents to Nicola as well. He may also be under attack.
まずいマルコ、ニコラが。
Oh no. The night in Fauci was silent, with no trace of any commotion, with any kind of commotion.
特に騒ぎは起きていないようだな。狙われたのは私だけか。
I felt relieved, finding out that I hadn't got him involved.
マルコ、どうかしたのか。
足元を見ろ、オリバー。暗いと目立たねえんだよな、この色は。
What? No! A dark shadow spread out under my feet. Looking closely, it appeared to be red. Nearby was a gun.
このベレッタ。
Damn, where are all these dictionary terms coming from? Beretta, a pistol used by Nicola, made by an Italian company.
俺たちは
Oh no! Oh, Nicola!
Marco!
We turned around and Roberto was running toward us, out of breath.
探しましたよ。まったく黙っていなくなるんですから。
I hope you didn't kill him, Roberto. It's a Nicola route joke.
すまねえロベルト、急ぎだったもんでな。
裏に車がいて逃げられました。
そうか。ロベルト、悪いがオリバーをビスコンティまで連れてってやってくれ。途中署によって若いの何人か連れてけ。腕の立つやつをな。
Oh shit.
わかりました。マルコはどうするんですか？
俺はこのことをダンテに知らせねえと。
Damn. Oh, Nicola. Well, we got it. Oh, damn it. I didn't want that to happen to... I don't want anyone to die. Like, what don't y'all get? Damn you. Alright, well... it stings, but it doesn't sting as bad as if Warlock dies. Oliver? What happened to you? Late that night, Oliver returned to the manor with Roberto supporting him. He looked gravely injured. Aside from Roberto, there were a few other officers accompanying them.
クレタの商店通りで襲われていたところを我々が保護した。彼が襲撃を受ける直前まで一緒にいたというニコラ・フランチェスカだが、ファルチェ地区に彼の拳銃が残されていた。結婚ととも
そうか。オリバーを助けてくれたこと、心から感謝する。グラッツェ、ロベルト。
警察として当たり前のことをしただけだ。わざわざ礼を言われる筋合いはない。裁判が終わるまでお前たちも身の回りには注意するんだな。
Roberto muttered his warning, turned his back to us, and left the lounge. Oliver, let's go to the hospital this instant. We need someone to treat you.
ダメだ。
No. Actually, as crazy as it sounds, I agree with Oliver. Because that's where they might be laying back in the cut, ready to clap anybody who's going to help Gilbert get an innocent verdict. Or not guilty verdict, excuse me.
病院はこの屋敷よりも無防備だ。裁判が終わるまで私は絶対に死ぬわけにはいかない。
Oh God, please don't speak like that. Oliver. Seeing him endure the pain with such strength made me bite my lip and fall silent.
医者を呼ぶ。悪いが、応急処置を任せていいか。
Yeah, please, call for a doctor and then we can still patch him up. Yes, I'll treat him right away.
感謝する。まず顔を冷やしてくれ。
Yeah.
裁判当日に顔を腫らした弁護士が現れてみろ。私は法廷の笑い者だ。
But you were attacked. You can't help that. Yes, I'll get some ice. Oliver joked as to buoy his strength. Yeah, I've never seen it used like that. Interesting. And I did as he asked. About an hour passed since I administered first aid. A doctor arrived and examined Oliver's wounds. Ugh. The doctor said his life isn't in danger. Thank God. It was a blessing amidst tragedy. I was so relieved that I put a hand to my chest. Oliver was insistent on doing a final check for tomorrow, so we had to force him into his room. I came across Gil in the hallway. Gil, are you going somewhere?
ダンテに会ってくる。
No! No! Sit your ass! Oh my God. These men in black people, I don't... These men in black suits, because it sounded wrong the first time I said it. These men in black suits are still rampant. I would not go out. Can't you just call him?
ニコラのこと、これからの出方、電話で済ませる話じゃねえ。
Shit, they might have tapped his phone.
俺も連れて行ってください。
Oh, Leo, if something happens to you. Leo!
自分のファミリーのアンダーボスが生死不明なんだ。そりゃ黙ってられねえよな。いいぜ、レオも来い。
I thought he was dead. Huh?
ありがとうございます、シニョーレ。
I want to go too. Hell, yeah, we might as well. I looked Gil straight in the eye.
本当はこの状況下であんたを外に出したくねえんだけどな。
I don't blame you. I don't know why you want to go out, but I guess so.
外は冷えるからコートを忘れんなよ。
Oh. He's like, don't forget your coat. Thank you. I'll go get it right away. I nodded and I rushed over to my room to fetch my coat. We were brought to his office and Dante was waiting for us with a very serious look.
先ほどこれが届いた。
This is Nicola's. What had been delivered to Dante's desk was a jacket that looked familiar. There were spots of blood here and there, and I felt myself becoming nauseous.
向こうからの要求はないが、何を言いたいかは一目瞭然だ。
Is he dead or is he alive? They want us to stay away from the Falzone.
そうだ。ニコラを返してほしいなら、ビスコンティに協力するな、と言いたいんだろう。
Oh, he's alive.
これは俺がどうこう口を出す問題じゃねえ。言っとくが、ファルツォーネが手を引いたからって恨み事を言うつもりはねえよ。
Dante sighed. The looked up at Gil. I think you mean he looked up at Gil. He looked up at Gil with a somewhat distraught expression.
俺を侮るなよ、ギルバート。
His eyes turned sharp, and he continued in a low voice.
あの夜、教会ですでに言ったはずだ。俺たちはこのブルローネの町を守るため、ビスコンティに協力する。
カポ、けど。
俺の決定に口を挟むなレオ。俺たちマフィアという組織のあり方は、お前もよく知っているだろう。
Hearing Dante's final answer, Leo started to tear up as if he couldn't stand it. Aww.
ニコラがまだ生きているという保証はない。
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, y'all. I guess the best ending, he's alive, but the good ending, he may die. That's the good ending.
俺が手を引いたところで、奴らがおとなしくニコラを返すとは思えない。
Right.
本当にいいんだな、ダンテ。
くどいぞ、ギルバート。俺たちはこんな脅しには屈しない。俺はマフィアと呼ばれたその日から殺すことも殺されることも覚悟してきた。それはニコラも同じだ。だからこの決定が覆ることはない。
ファルツォーネの意志、確かに受け取った。
Gil spoke clearly, and without hesitation, turned around and walked toward the door. Leo and I followed suit. As the door was about to close, I turned back around and saw... What'd you see? Dante, left alone in his office, gripped the blood-stained jacket tightly in his hands. Oh. The next day, as scheduled, Gil's trial was about to begin at the Arca courthouse. Gil, Oliver. I sat in the spectator area with my hands folded in prayer as I watched on. The jury and judge entered the courtroom. On the defendant's side, sound like I said side. On the defendant's side stood Gil and Oliver. The prosecutor sat on the opposite end.
大丈夫ですよ、きっと。
Thanks, Leo. Judgment.
Direttore, 例の男ですが、まだ吐きません。いかがしましょう。
What the fuck? That's the dealer from that one guy? The man in questioning still isn't talking.
ディレットーレ。
そろそろお客様がいらっしゃる時間です。残念ですが処理しましょ
う。What the fuck? Wait.
かしこまりました。ディレットーレ。
Now I must prepare to welcome our guests. Ruh-roh.
大丈夫ですよ、きっと。
Leo, who was sitting next to me, whispered to cheer me up. Right, let's have faith in them. It's starting. Okay, come through. We getting a not guilty verdict. Day one. No questions asked. Let's go.
Gilbert Redford は全知全能の神に誓う。この法廷において偽りの証言をせず、真実だけを述べることを。
With his hand on the Bible, he was sworn in. His confident stance looked so dependable that it eased the anxiety I felt in my heart.
被告人の罪状はアメリカドル紙幣の偽造および偽造紙幣の行使。ビスコンティはアメリカから多くの品物を輸入している。支払いの多くはドルだ。そのためこの国の紙幣であるリラではなくアメリカドル紙幣の偽造を行ったと考えられる。
異議あり。被告人、レッドフォードに尋ねたい。君はドルを偽造する必要があったのか？
いや、ドルなんて俺には必要ねえな。
その理由は？
取引先がアメリカの企業や人間だからって支払いにドルを使うとは限らねえだろ。
何？
俺の取引はドルに限ったもんじゃねえ。
裁判官、そして陪審員の方々、ぜひ手元の資料を確認していただきたい。ビスコンティにおけるここ数年の帳簿だ。ドルでの取引は全体の1割程度にとどまっている。
In actuality, they did often trade in American dollars, but it seemed Oliver recreated the account book to support their case. Cooking them damn books, Mr. Haas. I see you. But we're hoping that this the caveat, you know, still a good guy, that Oliver. I have to admit, Gil kind of looks sleazy. Like, just a little bit. He anticipated the prosecution's claim and supplied evidence to refute it.
考えてみてほしい。高額な買い物をする際、それもアメリカ大陸から輸入したいとき、我々は代金を現金で支払うだろうか。道中の危険を承知で大金を抱え、飛行機に乗ってアメリカまで渡り、現金と引き換えに品物を受け取る。レッドフォード、君はそんな買い物の仕方を選ぶのか？
いや、大金を持ち歩くのはあまりに危険だし不便だ。なんせ重たいからな。
Gil shrugged and spoke with confidence. I heard people snickering around me. Yeah, it's too heavy. Just as Oliver hoped. I remember what Oliver shared with me last night as I was treating him.
イタリア王国の裁判は陪審員制だ。陪審員は法知識などない一般人ばかり。だから誰にでも分かるように話さなければならないし、市民を味方につけるような振る舞いが必要になる。彼らが味方になってくれれば、自然とこちらに有利な流れになるはずだ。その点、ギルバートは見栄えもするし、よほどのことがない限りうまくいくだろう。
Yeah, the bad route was something unprecedented, happening. But that's kind of scary. Like, all you have to do is be charismatic and you can get away with stuff. from the sounds of it, I'm pretty sure there's like stipulations to how well that works. But yeah, like for the most part, yawn. For the most part, we tend to value evidence and logic versus emotions. For the most part in America. So, I know Gilbert likes that sort of judiciary review. I felt to a certain extent that Oliver was saying this as if to convince himself. Oliver must be nervous. Well, shoot, his life was, there was an attempt on his life. I would be nervous too. I'll be okay, Oliver. If it's you and Gil together, I'm sure it'll go well.
俺たちが何かしら買い物をするとき、金は銀行を返してる。記録にしっかり残ってるはずだ。
I'm pretty sure it's a bold-faced lie, but okay. Okay, sis.
意義あり。それでも現金での取引を全く行っていなかったとは言い切れない。
Right, you had to have made like at least some cash purchases.
まあ、食料やら身の回りのもんは現金払いだな。クレタのジェラテリアは小切手が使えねえんだ。しかし、高価な買い物で銀行を間に入れねえのは不安でな。現金で払ってたんじゃ、何をいくらで買ったのかすぐに忘れちまうだろう。
言っておくが、ビスコンティの財務管理は完璧だ。何せ私が直々に管理しているのだから。
Wouldn't there be a problem just from that statement alone?
事前に提出した資料を見ていただきたい。ビスコンティの納税書類の写しも添付してある。
Bro, I just can't get over these extreme close-ups.
ビスコンティに裏金は存在しないと？
ああ、いくら洗ってくれても構わねえ。俺たちが清廉潔白だってわかるはずだ。
How much you wanna bet? How much you wanna bet that's a bold-faced lie as well?
しかし、多くの取引で銀行を介しているのだとしても、このブルローネにおける取引では現金を用いて直接交渉しているのでは？
なるほど。検察官殿はマフィアの商売をよくご存じないようだ。
Oliver nodded Whoop. Never mind. Some time had passed since the trial began. I was in the casino.
これはようこそいらっしゃいました、ファルツォーネ様。
Damn that, where's my underboss, bastard?
カジノにいらっしゃるのは久々ですね。久しぶりにご尊顔を拝することができ、嬉しい限りです。
Bring me my underboss.
挨拶はいい。早く部屋に案内しろ。
ところで、お顔の色が優れないようですが、どうかなさいましたか？
This motherfucker. Boy, you know what you did, or what you involve yourself in doing is something the matter. I'll show you what's the matter.
ご要望とあれば、温かいお飲み物でもお持ちいたしますが。
Dante ignored the direttore and walked over to the back room. The men were already waiting there.
今回は手間を取らせたな、パリス。
なに、ファルツォーネには君のお父様の代から世話になっているからな。これくらいのこと、手間でもない。
助かる。この礼はいずれ必ず。
Oliver nodded calmly and pushed his glasses back on with the finger.
もちろんビスコンティが何らかの物品を仕入れ対価として金を支払うことはある。だがビスコンティがこの町でメインとする仕事は安全かつ速やかに取引を行うための仲介だ。そうだな、レッドフォード。
取引が成功すれば彼らは俺たちに深く感謝しその礼に仲介料を支払ってくれるってわけだ。
The prosecutor gasped and gulped.
多くの取引においてビスコンティは金を受け取る側で払う側じゃない。仲介料をありがたくいただいてその礼に偽札を渡すとでも。レッドフォード、ビスコンティがそんなことをした覚えは？
一切ねえな。そもそも俺は偽札を持ってねえ。仮に持っていたとしてもだ。相手だってバカじゃねえんだ。怪しんで受け取らねえよ。
だが仲介された者同士は金のやり取りをするんだろう。その中に偽札を紛れ込ませることくらいできるんじゃないか。
なるほど、それは一理あるかもしれない。
Oliver nodded in agreement. The prosecutor sighed with relief. We gave you a bone.
レッドフォード、実際のところはどうだ？
重要な取引ほど現金で行われることが多いからな。そこに偽札が紛れ込むと面倒だ。しかしだ、彼らに気づかれないようにケースを開けて偽札とすり替える。そんな魔法じみた真似俺にはできねえな。
そんなものはただの詭弁だ。実際に偽札が出回っているというのに。
それだけ主張するということはできるのかな、検察には。だとしたらぜひともご教授願いたいところだ。早速ここで実演してもらおう。
ああ、俺たちも高額のためにぜひ参考にさせてもらいたい。
Not only were the spectators laughing, but the jurors were starting to chuckle.
だが片方とグルになればもう片方に偽札をつかませることは可能では。ビスコンティがコインにしている取引先ならそうした手段も取れるはずだ。こちらにも調べがついている。いくつか怪しい取引相手もあった。
レッドフォード、検察が主張する行為の経験があるのか？
いや、ねえ
な。口で言うだけならどうにでもなる。出せるものなら出してみる。証拠を。
そうは言っても検察官殿もご存知だろう。やっていないことの証明は難しい。何しろやっていないのだからな。出せるものといえば彼の証言くらいだ。彼はこの法廷で聖書に手を置き誓った。嘘偽りなく証言すると。
いや、マフィアが神を信じているとは到底思えない。口だけの誓いなど簡単に破れる。いくらでも嘘をつけるはずだ。
では証人を呼ぶとしよう。彼がいかに信心深く清廉潔白な人物であるか証明できる人物を呼んである。
Who you gonna call? I would say Ghostbusters, but no, seriously, who you gonna call?
裁判官、 証人を入廷させても。
許可します。
Alright, Judge being cool with it. Never mind. Ooh, new picture. I could see an old building in the forest. The outside walls were worn, but mechanic sounds. Machinic sounds could be heard inside the building. Ooh, they're catching them in the act.
Ian.
なんだ。
こいつ誰です？
協力者だと思っておけ。
In which who better not die.
俺たちがラオ州が偽札の原版を再利用しないよう回収しに来たらしい。
それ協力者って言うんですか？
As we were having that dumb conversation, suddenly there was commotion inside.
まさかこちらの動きに感づかれた？
大丈夫。まだ気づかれてない。向こうの動きには敵意がない。
やあ、戻ってきたよ。工場から伸びてた配線全部切ってきたね。
Alright.
なるほど。俺は電話線を切れと言わなかったか？
言ったよ。けどどれが電話線かなんて見ただけじゃわかんないもん。
So y'all just cut everything. Like which one's the phone line again? Fan or land? I don't know, Faye. Well, let's just cut them off. Okay.
だろう
な。だから手当たり次第全部切ってきたよ。電話線もバッチリ切れてるはず。
If they cut all the electrical lines, the machine must stop working too. Since the machine stopped working, the hired hands inside must be confused.
今が好機だな。派手に遊んでやれ。
Huh? I guess they killing folks up in there. I clasped my hands tightly in prayer.
静粛に静粛に裁判中です。
Okay. There was a commotion in the courtroom, and the judge kept calling for order. There were no signs of anyone calming down. What happened? The reason being...
証人、氏名をお願いします。
The fuck? Okay, wasn't expecting him for a character witness, but hey, we'll take him. With a slight bow to the judge, he spoke in a solemn tone.
私はヨゼフ・フォン・ロズベルグ。
ロズベルグ芸家、あなたは普段どのような職に就いているのですか？
教国にて聖職者を務めている。
At his response, there was more commotion. Rubble, 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 rubble. Mutters of confusion and curiosity echoed throughout the chamber. Robble? Robble? Bishop Roseberg was a holy man with a strong public reputation for philanthropy. Gil brought up the strategy back at the church.
芸家を呼びたいだって。
Oh shit, I skipped all that, so I don't even remember.
今の時代、裁判は勢いが大事だ。どれだけ立場のある人間を証人として呼べるかってのも重要になってくる。その点、ロズベルグ教なら俺の人となりを証明するにはうってつけだ。オルロック、頼む。 俺とロズベルグ卿の間を取り持ってくれ。
Or luck, you did good, baby. You got him for us.
ゲイカは現世のいさかいには関わらないと思う。それに裁判前は宣誓するはず。ゲイカは決して嘘はつかない。だから。
Oh, but Orlok, he did. And he has multiple routes.
峡谷だってブルローネを失いたくはねえだろ。ブルローネは金を生み出す町だからな。それも峡谷がこの町を気にかける理由だろ。この町の儲けの一部は峡谷に行ってるわけだからな。
Wait, I missed that. Yeah, okay.
もちろんただ出ては言わねえし、ロズベルグ卿に偽証なんて頼まねえよ。だからまずは条件だけでも伝えてみてくれねえか。
この度はブルローネに足を運んでくださりありがとうございます、ロズベルグゲイカ。
How much you want to bet though? He moved for money. He didn't move for anything else.
早速ですが、レッドフォードとはどのようなご関係ですか。
彼は峡谷に寄進を申し出てくれた。信仰心の厚い、神を信じ敬う人物。
Contribution, a donation given in the form of land or money.
証拠を追加で提出する。この書類は今までにビスコンティが教会や峡谷に申し出た寄進の明細をまとめたものだ。
The prosecutor saw the amount and his eyes grew wide. He was at a loss for words. He rushed to look at Bishop Roseberg to see whether the documents were real. Bishop Roseberg showed no signs of distress and sat in the witness stand calmly. Unbothered believer. We're here for it. In reality, he had not lied once. There had been donations made to the church for years. In addition to that, Gil donated a large amount directly to the Church of Berlone. That shit-eating grin. Oh, Gil, get the fuck out of here. The advantage was now with the Visconti. Both Gil and Oliver were in control. What? Male observer. Just then, a man who had been observing suddenly stood up and left the courtroom. Leo and I looked at one another and nodded. We moved to leave the courtroom quietly. The moment the man tried to run, Leo ran forward and captured him.
てめえ、どこに行くつもりなんだ?
Get him, baby.
いきなり何するんですか。俺は何も。
What you getting up? Yeah, you hear that music. What you getting up for?
分かってるんだよ。傍聴席に子飼いの人間をよこすだろうってことくらいな。検察の旗色が悪いって伝えるつもりだろうけど、俺たちの邪魔はさせねえ。しばらくおとなしくしててもらうぜ。
Leo secured the man, and as they walked off, Leo looked over at me and nodded. I nodded back and returned to the court. Up. The workers had no idea what was going on. Some ran for it, the others came to fight, and a fight they shall get and lose. The twins didn't differentiate between the two and just plowed right through them all.
めちゃくちゃしやがって。
I guess we is Captain Fools with a gun.
これだからガキは。
We muttered as we followed them inside. For those brave enough to approach us, we swung our swords at them.
ラオシュだ。ラオシュが攻めてきた。なんでこんなとこにラオシュが。
Most of the workers were hired from Strano. Yeah, that's where Strano folks were getting all that American money. Seeing that the Lao Shu made an appearance, even the aggressive ones ran without a fight. Oh shit, the black suit people. I felt myself smile as I swung my twin blades and slashed at the man pointing their guns at me. The men dressed in black suits must have been given orders to protect this place. They didn't run. Instead they charged at us.
逃げるやつは放っておけ。用があるのはこの廃工場の原版を守ろうとするやつらだ。
了解。 歯応えのない連中だな、まったく。少しはあがいてみせろ。
He kicked at an oncoming person, breaking the machinery nearby. Freshly printed, can't talk. Freshly printed bills. Oh my god. Say it again, Taki. Freshly printed bills flew everywhere. I'm glad you find this funny.
まずい、下がれ。
The men they knew were at a disadvantage. Wait, I read that wrong. The men knew they were at a disadvantage. They turned and fled in different directions. Honks. Seeing the men run up, I was certain at least one of them were going to retrieve it. Orlok dashed along the machines as if flying through the air, then stood to block the men.
原版は持っていかせない。
The men threw their empty guns, gripping their knives and charging at Orlok. But the battle was done in an instant. Okay. The men were all screaming and dropping their weapons.
いい腕だ。波の人間であれば何が起きたかも理解できんだろう。
Orlok accurately aimed for their hands, rendering the men incapable of attacking.
Stronzo!
Asshole. One of the men dressed in black turned around and ran toward the back room.
待て、ここまで来て逃がすと思うか。
戻れ、リー。
Lee heard me shout and stopped in his tracks.
お前たち、外に出ろ。早く。
なんで？今はいいとこなのに。
黙って出ろ。
Stragglers were kicked outside without mercy. The moment we stepped outside of the factory, whoa! A powerful explosion from inside the factory scattered debris in all directions.
裏に回れ。一人も逃がすな。
As the dust flew about, my eyes spinned as I observed observe the situation. I saw a shadow jump out from the burning factory while coughing.
Oh,
that's my baby coughing.
なんとか彼らも随分思い切ったことをする。
ああ、このありさまでは原版は失われたな。
原版ならここに。
Oh, that fox said, "Oh shit." He was indeed holding the plate in his hand. No doubt the original we were looking for. Interesting. I nodded back and returned to the courtroom as planned. Oh, Leo, please be safe. The trial was nearing an end. The jury all supported Gil's innocence, of course. The result was...
Gilberto Redford を無罪とする.
His austere voice resounded, and the spectators erupted with joy. That wasn't really an eruption, that was just a nice golf clap.